Hey, people of the good life. Yes, so we are back again for a new Biz-Talk session. The topic of the day is trying, and trying is crying. So, first of all, a little bit about myself. So, I was for long years in corporate business world, and eventually I ended up in a divorce and a break in a, how do you call it? In a divorce, I lost my job and in a burnout. So the burnout is a really a horrible thing. So, but I learned a lot because that was a moment in my life that I had to make a decision, and I ended up finally in the network marketing industry, but also in personal development, in as a therapist, life coach, and that's what I like to do. Yes, to help other people to reach a higher level in life. Yes, so that's a little bit about myself. So escape your past now. So that was my experience. So there was a moment in my life that I had to escape my past, and I had to do it immediately. Yes, because the situation was not that pleasant. So I had to do something else in my life, right? So I'm in three Facebook groups right now. The international group uh, of my team, also in the local group, Curacao in the Caribbean, and also Escape Your Past Now Facebook group. So the topic of today is trying is crying. Yes. So what is it all about? So a lot of people are trying something, but they don't succeed. And that's because they are trying. And I learned something very important from Tony Robbins. That's an amazing coach. He's for more than 40 years in the personal development industry. And he showed me this. Yeah, so trying is like this. So you have a cup of tea and you try to lift it up. Yes, you try. And you can see that I really try. Yes. But do I lift the cup? No, I don't lift the cup. So, and that's also in life. We can try to do everything, but we succeed in nothing. And that's a huge problem. So maybe you recognize it. You start in a new relationship. Yes. So, but you are trying to make the relationship work. So maybe you are already in a relationship and you try to keep the relationship going. That it's a nice experience for both people. So and that's also in a job. You can try to do your best, but trying is not the same as go full into the job. Yes. So and that's also for opportunities. So I'm in the network marketing business, and when you have an opportunity, you can try the opportunity, but you don't won't succeed, and that's why 95% in my industry, in the network marketing industry, is not succeeding because they try. Yes, and trying is crying. So there's something that's even worse than trying, and that's what they call procrastination. So procrastination is, let me do it tomorrow. Okay, and tomorrow you say, okay, let me do it next week. I have no time for this. And next week you say, let me do it next month. And that's procrastination. Procrastination kills ambition. Yeah, so that's really horrible. So when you procrastinate, you don't even try. And trying is already a bad thing. So imagine that what procrastination is. So that's really a horrible experience. So, and that's really the foundation of your life. Let me see if I can stop that one. So let me see if I forget something. Yeah, in any profession or in a study, and you can already see that in a study. A lot of people, they start a bachelor study, and the study originally would take 4 years, but they do it in 6 years or in 8 years. Yes, so that's because they are trying. Yes, they are not fully active, uh, in involved in the study, and that's also in the job. It's also in an opportunity. Also, when you have your own business, that's even worse because you have to take care of yourself. Yes, when you have your own business, you cannot try things. Yeah, you have to go into massive action. That's what you need. Okay, so I hope you learned a little bit from this session. I have a YouTube channel. I will share the YouTube channel in the text below this video, and I hope to see you next time. And remember, you can always escape your past right now. Yes, you don't have to stay in the same situation. You can always escape your past right now. Okay, thanks a lot. See you next time.